The images you're seeing now were taken when I went down to a friend's place down in the West Country. They were writing a book at the time on horse behaviour, and they needed some pictures of the horses exhibiting different types of behaviour. So I just went out and I spent a lot of time just taking photographs of the horses. But it led me to get some marvellous images of the horses as I went round. The way that horses have this trust thing, they go from this inherited fear to a trust, and that horse there, that was the watcher. And this next picture you're just seeing there of the horses in the line coming towards me, let me tell you a little bit about that. I went up there and I was taking photographs, and these foals, by the way, are also there. But the watcher was there, and he wouldn't let me get to the other horses until he checked me out. He was the boss. He wouldn't let me near the other horses until he checked me out. So I got this lovely photograph of them with the horse framed within the trees. After he checked me out, he went over to the rest of the horses and literally brought them over to me. And as he brought them over to me, they came in a line. Marvellous shot. I wish there'd been 7 horses on that picture, because then I could have called it the Magnificent Seven. And anyone who knows me knows how bad my jokes are, so forgive me for that one. But it was wonderful. Look at that for an example of synchronicity. 3 horses there all grazing at the same time, and I just had the right angle there with all the horses grazing. But this is a place called Port Meadow, near Oxford, and the people who live around the area have the rights to graze their horses there. They leave the horses there along with a load of cows you can see in the background of the pictures. It's a fantastic place. You can walk around there, you can see the interaction between the horses and their environment, and they really do, unless a human comes up to them, ignore them. They're just part of the scenery. And I go there filming a lot, and I take a lot of stock photography there. The horses there really are at peace with the world. It's marvellous to see it there. I was doing a filming assignment there, getting some stock film footage. And as I was shooting the horses in the film, I was looking through my camera lens, and I suddenly saw the camera starting to shake a bit, which is really strange because I had it on a really nice tripod, nice solid tripod. Then I looked down, and there was this Shetland who had decided that he would take advantage of my tripod and reversed up to it and scratched his bottom using my tripod. So I had to call a halt to filming and let the little guy appease his need for a bottom scratch before I continued on filming. There are a lot of other horses there, and that little Shetland also teamed up with a few of the younger horses there, the foals. You can see some pictures of the foals at the moment, and they were bouncing around and doing what foals do, playing with each other, playing with other horses, being told off and racing around. And there's this lovely little Appaloosa foal that I took a photograph of, or a few of in actual fact, which formed part of my Days of Innocence series of images. He was just wonderful. He just went round and he was playing around, and it was almost as if someone had switched him off, because he just got to a point where he couldn't do any more and he just needed to lie down. It was a lovely hot summer's day and the water was really inviting. It was very cool by the water, and he just laid down, and when he laid down he closed his eyes and he went to sleep. And I got the photograph of the Appaloosa foal just sleeping. A lot of people look at that picture and go, oh, it's a dead foal. No, it's absolutely just sleeping. And when I was taking the photograph, some of the mares came over, 2 mares came over and stood either side of that foal and just looked after him. You could have re-entitled that picture Someone to Watch Over Me, because these 2 mares had come over and they just stood over the top of him and let the little guy sleep. And while I was taking the pictures, I had quite a nice lens on. I was getting in relatively close, but I really wanted to get in for that particular picture of the foal sleeping. And when I got in, I just got a little bit too close, and the mare on the right hand side whinnied at me as if to say, look, don't come any closer, don't disturb him, he's tired, he's having a sleep. And you have to respect that. You really have to respect that. And I think that's also something that I want people to see through my images, really, is that you should respect the horse, and you should really give them the respect that they deserve. We've used them for centuries as tools to plough fields, to get us from one point to another. And now that they're part of the family, in the same way as you should respect your family, you should respect the horse. There you go. That's the picture of the foal sleeping. And they're the two mares that came over, and they just stood over him and looked after him. There you are. Sparko. A foal asleep. So I really enjoy my pictures, and I hope that you've enjoyed looking at them as well. And visit my website, have a look. I'm at Into the Lens, and the website will be coming up now. This has been Simon Palmer, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.